Hey everybody, welcome to In the Catch Fence. So, this episode we're going to be talking about charters and how I think they're not necessary and they are not helping the sport in any shape, form, or fashion. So the teams, lawsuit got settled, teams get their evergreen, I don't know why I had to quote that, but evergreen charters, so that means they got permanent charters, which is what they wanted. NASCAR thinks it's going to help the sport. The teams think it's going to help the sport. I don't understand. I've done a little research on this. To me, I don't understand. I'm still trying to figure out the chart. Like I said, I just got back into NASCAR during the 21. I think it was a Daytona race. I know it was a cutoff race. I just happened to be in the garage, turn on. Little backstory of my history of NASCAR. On off again fan. Missed the whole charter agreement originally in 2016, 2015, 14, I don't know, whenever it was. But anyway, so I did a little research. Like I said, I got back into it in 21, and this whole charter agreement that's been going on at this rate, 3 years, kind of, if you include the lawsuit. Did a little research about this subject, and I just don't understand, like, why. So teams allegedly lobbied to get this charter system. You know, they're like, we want a permanent ownership, which I don't know how they're owning anything in NASCAR. And also they claim that sponsors wanted to be guaranteed spots in the race. I get that. If you're a sponsor, you're spending a couple $100,000 a weekend, allegedly, what some people have said, especially if you want to be on one of the big threes car. And so you want, hey, we want to be guaranteed a spot, or we're not going to give you money. I get that, but here's the thing. If a sponsor is really paying attention, especially if they're on a Rick Ware car, Cody Ware, let's go drivers, you know, Cody Ware, Zane Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, Eric Jones, who else? Noah Gregson, I think. Noah Gregson, I know it's something beef. But, and then the truck stop. I'm drawing a blank on the truck stop. So I guess I kind of know Noah Gregson's. I guess I kind of know a few of them, but I don't know their main main sponsor. But they're never on TV. So if the sponsors really looked at a race, they would know, like, hey, you're guaranteed a spot in the race, but I don't see you on TV. Like, they only show the top 5. Maybe top 10. Or where Larson, Denny, Elliott, Blaney, Logano, Byron. Probably one more big name I'm missing. I said Denny, I think. You know, if they're having a bad day, they fell back. Bush, if they had a penalty, now they're working their way back to the field. Then you might get airtime because they're passing you and they're battling you. But other than that, as a whole, if you're not in the top at least 15, you're not getting on TV. So that whole, well, they want a guaranteed spot. What does it matter? The charters to me just are not, they're not helping this sport expand. If anything, they went from, hey, we're this, let me get in frame here, we can spread like this, and they're like, no, we need charters. And then they went like, but this is all we're going to expand. So right now, as it stands, obviously 2311, Front Row got their charters back. So there's no more charters right now, unless you're a new OEM. So there's 4 spots available to race every week, depending on the track. I know some tracks there's more than 40. But other than that, it's 40. This is how it's not helping the sport grow. Let's say me or you. We go out, get gas, and we're like, you know what? Powerball's $900 million. Mega's $900 million, whatever. We're going to buy one. It hits. Oh, alright, cool. After taxes, $600 million. I want to start a NASCAR team. So we spend just as much money, just as much hard work trying to get prep for race. Obviously, you have to be a full season, which I don't care if you race part-time, but we're going to race full season. Hypotheticals. I know hypotheticals don't mean anything. It's a waste of time and breath because it's something that's not going to happen. But Here's the thing, it could happen. And we don't, maybe it's people who already have money. Or they finally get money. Um, but you want to join the sport, okay, well, yeah, you can come race with us full time if you want, but you're going to be an open car. You're going to get, which I didn't see anything to change the status of the purse. And from what I can figure out, you get 30% of the purse if you're an open car, which I don't agree with. So, like, Bubba, 2311, Brickyard 400, they probably got the equivalent of like 25th place or something like that. And they won the race. Second place car got more money than the winner got. That make sense. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't matter if you have a charter or not. You should get the same amount of money. Which is one reason why I say it's not helping the sport grow. Why would someone at this point now, all the charters are taken, unless they come out with a new OEM and no one can just force a new did I say OEM? They can't force a new OEM to come in if they don't want to. So the choice right now, if you want to join, you got to run as an open car or try to lease a charter from somebody. Oh, and I understand, to start a business, and that's what it is a business, you got to spend money. You got to spend money to make money. Not that you really make money in racing, apparently. Somehow 2311 made money, but not HMS in the past 5 years. Explain that one. Someone doesn't know how to cook the books there. Looking at you, 2311. So not only to get in, you got to lease a charter, rent a charter, or does the same thing. Buy a charter. So that's, I mean, what, Spire spent $40 million, so we can assume at this point, now that they're permanent, they're going to go up. I'd say right now, if you're going to sell a charter, you're getting out of the sport, so you're probably going to ask top dollar. So I would say 80 right now, probably minimum, to buy a charter, because now you know it's permanent. So that jacked the price up from 40 to at least 80 in my book. 60 at the very least, but I'm going to go with 80 to more. And then you got the, well, it depends on how that car has ran the past 3 years, which that doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't matter what that car has done the past 3 years. I had a good breakfast last Saturday. It's not helping me today. So what that car did, you're not buying the car, you're buying the charter. That's my understanding. Like, you give that car back to Nascar, I guess you get that car, but it has nothing to do with the setup or the driver talent or anything. You can put Cody Ware in Larson's car, and he still ain't going to be as good as Larson. You can put Larson in Cody Ware's car, which is a charter, and he's going to improve it. So I don't understand why it matters what the car used to do. Now, I will say this, since we're on that subject, get rid of the charter system. There's no guaranteed spots. If you want to do it, to bring it, like, you should want, oh, I'm so scatterbrained on this conversation. You should want, let's say you want to start 40 cars. Okay, fine. You should want 50 to 60 cars every week trying to make the show. And if you're not fast enough, you're not fast enough. I don't care if you're Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, William Byron. If you're not fast enough, sorry. You're not fast enough. You wrecked your car? Sorry, you're not fast enough. But I will say this, since charters are based on years previous performance, 3 years, I believe, I'll say this. If you finish the year, now some of you are like, well, it's a gimmick. We don't like gimmicks. Not everything's a gimmick, okay? If you finish, let's say, top 5 in points, we'll give you 5 automatics if you don't make it on qualifying. Whether it be you're just too slow, or you wreck, or a mechanical failure, you don't get to qualify. Top 5, you get 5 mulligans, so to speak. 6 through 10, you get 4. 11 through 15, 3. It'll be 16 through 20, 2. Honestly, I think 20 on, we'll give you 1, I guess. I don't think you should be none if you're not in the top 20. But I feel like that makes more sense than just being like, hey, you're guaranteed a spot. And then, let's just say, hypothetical, once again, Oh, we got to shorten this video up. Once again, a hypothetical. Let's say a new OEM does come in, and they already got their drivers and teams, so those seats are already filled. Now how do you join the sport? You can't. I mean, I understand there's got to be a limit, but here's the beauty of it is you get rid of the charters, the top 40 cars make it. I mean, you probably aren't going to have 100 cars every week trying to show up, but maybe you get 50. And it's going to bring some fans. That's going to still bring in money. You're going to have people coming with the hopes of making the show or the race. It's better. Like, it does not, the charter system to me does not help the sport grow in any shape, form, or fashion. And I've been rambling on long enough about this, so just let it go. I disagree mainly because of the money difference right now. And an open car should make the same exact amount of money as a chartered car. It should not be 30% less or whatever it is. It's definitely less than 50%. But what I've gathered over the years, it's like 30% less. Or they get 30% of the purse, so it's 70% less. Even if it's 30% less, it just should be the same. It should be the same. Like I said, I come from the dirt world, as you can see here and here. I'm a dirt guy. You know, World of Outlaws, Lucas comes to town, Mars Series comes to town. You win, you don't get 30% or 70% of the purse. You get it all. Just because you're not following the series, no. You still get the full purse. That's how it should be. Anyway, I'm done ranting and rambling about this. That's just my thoughts. Charters, I think, do not help the sport in any shape, form, or fashion. Alright, anyway. Until next time, folks. Take care.